Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and in recent days, I've shared some photos with you guys about my YouTube feed. Like, my personal YouTube feed is the world's over. Like, the automotive world's going to end. Ford is doomed. They can't sell vehicles. GM can't sell trucks. New cars are so expensive, the economy is going to go into a complete, utter destruction mode, and we're going to end up with this idea that we're going to have to go back to gold bars and chip off parts of gold bars to go buy eggs. It's kind of what I'm getting from this. I literally can watch this stuff and want to crawl into a hole and just stay away from everything, close the business down, because what am I report on if the automotive industry is doing that badly and nobody can buy cars? Everything's going to hell in a hole, right? So it's just going terrible. But I don't live in that world. I live in a world with truth. And I think you guys need the truth with all these doomed and gloomed, sensationalized stories. What's the truth? Well, this morning I had an email from Dawn McKenzie. She's the head of Ford Trucks Communications, and she pointed out several things. Now, what's interesting with this email is the timing of it. I shared a couple photos a couple days ago. Now, do I believe it's me? No. But I believe they're hearing this, they're seeing this news on social media, and they're seeing this information more than just me. But also, B, Ford does not release monthly sales results. They only release quarterly sales results. They, like General Motors changed a couple years ago, do quarterly sales results. And why is because people were taking the monthly sales results and they were blowing them out of proportion. Just because you had a bad month doesn't dictate the entire business. For example, my January of 2023 was the worst January I've had on YouTube in a couple years. Does that mean my business is going to fail and I should close up the doors? No. I have 11 more months in here. I got a long way to go. So let's go ahead and go through these details. I'll give you some sales numbers, some facts, some truth. Let's talk first of all. These are some of the thumbnails I showed up, and I don't want to talk about these people. I don't want to call them out. I hate reactionary videos. I really hesitate about doing this one, but I got information forward to share with you guys as I told you. So look, big deal here. This gentleman, unfortunately, he was trying to buy a Bronco. We couldn't find the Bronco. Got really mad about dealers selling over adjusted dealer markup. Ended up with a Gladiator or a Wrangler instead, and it's just a firing video. We have GM can't sell trucks and SUVs. They're in trouble. All capitals, they're in trouble. They're going down. We have why the Lightning isn't selling. I saw this video. Ben did a great job in this video. I thought he presented his case pretty well, but the facts don't really meet the thumbnail. And I like Ben. He's a great guy. This video from Aubrey. I just watched part of this. She's really upset with the new purchase price of vehicles and how the typical middle-class American can't afford them. Hey, I get that, right? So if you were the typical middle-class American with a median income of $50,000, you're going to have a hard time buying a brand new vehicle that you want. And I'll get more details about that in other videos and stuff. But I get it. And it's frustrating, right? New vehicles are more expensive these days. There's a lot more to them, but you still can buy some base models. If you go buy the base models versus inflation, they're not that bad. But the problem is the new vehicle pricing has gotten so high that in her video, she points out that the average transaction price for some of these videos is skyrocketed. Well, put in perspective here. In the last 6 years, we've seen the luxury truck segment of the marketplace explode. So now we have trucks selling anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000. And it really creates some differences in statistics when you start looking at the volume of the higher trim levels selling. For example, I wrote a story a couple months ago, a couple of years ago, actually, I should say, about how this gentleman went on an event. General Motors gave him an AT4X Denali Ultimate, and he was blown away by how expensive these trucks were. But when you do look at the math, they only account for like 5% of the total output of General Motors trucks. So if General Motors sells 200,000 trucks a month or a year or whatever, probably every quarter, they're going to sell 10,000 of these higher end trucks. And so you got to put things in perspective, right? So still the volume sellers are going to be your base level trucks. I mean, the reason why there's still XLTs out there, the reason why there's still XLs out there, the reason why they still have regular cabs and they have extended cabs. You may not see them, but that's the volume sellers that happens for customers. So let's get back to this information. So looking at Ford. So Ford, she sent me this document, said we're America's #1 selling brand on sales. So basically, they're up 11.8% year to date. There's some fluff in here. There's some PR fluff. She has to do this. I appreciate this. America's #1 selling truck manufacturer. They sold 163,587 trucks through February. That's up 18.6% over the same period last year. 18.6% same period last year. They are outselling General Motors. They put the numbers together. JM, if you remember, General Motors doesn't put the numbers together. They have Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierra separately. but they put them together and they outsold them by 20,000 trucks. They're also America's number one selling SUV brand. 119,427 Ford SUVs, up 5.8%. In February alone, Ford grew its market share for the month by 1.4 percentage points over last year. That's huge. I think I put this in there myself. We did this thanks to sales being up 21.9% for the month. Okay, 21.9%. Other kind of key updates. F-Series is up 21.5%. Ford Transit. People don't talk about Ford Transit very often. You can go buy an economy version of Ford Transit. It doesn't cost $80,000. It's an affordable vehicle, and a Ford Transit is a pretty darn good little. Basically, I call it a covered midsize truck. I mean, it's a midsize truck that has a shell on it. It's a fantastic little rig. Ford Maverick. Oh, the Ford Maverick, the one that starts under $20,000. Yeah, that one is pretty affordable. Yeah, that one is so hot right now. It's up 89.4%. Because you can't even buy one. Try to go buy one at a dealership. They're so hot you can't even get one. So when those start getting more supply, you're going to see those sales keep climbing. Ford Bronco. Remember the Ford Bronco? My neighbor just bought one. The guy that can't afford one. I'm sorry. He just bought one. Yeah, he can afford one. Middle-class guy can afford a Ford Bronco. Bought it brand new. Up 61.3% over the same period last year. That Ford Bronco is pretty darn cool. Ford Bronco Sport. Oh, that's the inexpensive version. The one that I see all over the place in my town because people like them, is up 11.1% to start the year, totaling 18,000 vehicles. Explorer, this is funny. They're up 100% in sales. 100% in sales are up year over year. Man, I got to tell you right now, if I was up 100% in sales in January and in February, and you guys watch more videos and doing my ads, I'd be doing a happy dance. I'd probably be in Cancun somewhere with a cold beer in the hand and sand in my crack. Well, yeah, you know what I mean. It's a song. You guys get the reference. Ford Expedition sales are up 124%. So cold beer in my hand, sand. Yeah, I forget the term. I forget words. Anyways, you guys correct me. EV sales. Lightning. Lightning sales are up. They sold 3,600 pickups sold year to date with Lightning. They told 1,100, over 1,000 trucks sold. 1,336 trucks sold, right? So Lightning. That one's doing pretty well too. That one, Mustang Mach-E, which we talked about, we liked on this channel. People really like it. It's down 10.9%, but they had 7 weeks of facility downtime to increase the capacity because demand is so high. That right there has been Ford's key problem. It's not sales. It's not vehicles that they have. It's kind of sales together. It's not the lineup. It's that their production. They keep having to ramp up production because demand is so high. So if you want to know why the Ford Lightning's not selling, it's because they can't get enough from the customers. And yes, there are cases in the country where you have some sales lot will have more Lightnings than they will other trucks. And it's going to be a period of time for all these EV vehicles to get adjustment. Customers have learned that they're not a gas vehicle. They can't do the same thing as a gas vehicle, but they can do other things really well. So if they fit your lifestyle, it's a fantastic choice. But if they don't, and you want to do more with them, well, then maybe you still got to go gas. That's why Ford's offering both. That's why they never once talked about a Lightning replacing the F-150. They've always said it's a different version of the F-150. So, and then this is the sales chart. And again, I can't overestimate how important this sales chart is and Ford does not do this. Ford only did this today. And the email went to me and a bunch of other people. So I'm not calling myself out here, but Ford responded to all this negative criticism online and they have real sales results. So if you look at these real sales results and you look at electric and hybrid, look at, let's talk about SUVs. As a whole, SUVs are up 5.5% year over day. Trucks are up at 18.6% year over day. Cars are down. Well, Ford doesn't sell cars anymore, right? The EcoSport, the cheap little Ford EcoSport, the people that didn't buy, the cheap one, that one is down 77.6%. And frankly, they're not going to really build those anymore. I mean, the Bronco Sport, the inexpensive one that they're starting to build, yeah, that one's up 11.1% year to date. A new Escape is coming. They don't care. A new Escape comes. It always happens. Every time a new vehicle comes out, sales go down, waiting for a new vehicle. Mustang Mach-E is up. The Edge is down. The Explorer was up. The Expedition is up. The F-Series, which includes the F-150, 250, 350, and 450. Yeah, that's up. Okay. The Ranger, even the Ranger that's being redone this year, is still selling. Is it selling like hotcakes? No, because people know a new Ranger's coming. Maverick, the one you can't even get, is up 31.9%. And that thing was hot and sold out last year. And it's even more sold out this year. And people love this thing. And I understand why. It's a great little runabout truck around town. $20,000 is cheap. It's it's really well done. I think Ford nailed it with that one. Transit 11,000. You have 125%. You have Transit Connect. Heavy duty trucks are up. I mean, look at even Lincoln. Even Lincoln. People have said to me online, they said, Tim, Lincoln is only surviving because of liveries in New York City. That's the only reason they survive, which are liveries like limousines in New York City. If you don't know, New York, the state of New York is the largest SUV market in the country. But even Lincoln is up 2.6% overall. And Lincoln doesn't really have a whole lot. They only have 4 models, right? They're still selling units. Okay. So I don't know. I'm going to get off my soapbox here and chill a little bit and not crawl in the hole and like say the world is ending. Oh my God, the world's ending. Okay. Like, let's slow down a little bit. Let's use real facts or discussions. Let's back up our discussions. Like I said, let's back up our stories with facts. Let's not like just look at what's locally happening in our area, because my Ford dealer hasn't had inventory in 2 years now. But I'm not saying, oh my gosh, Ford's going under because my little dealer in Scottsbluff, Nebraska, that nobody's ever heard of, doesn't have inventory. Come on. I mean, I look at things overall market, look at overall, and I just feel like, you know what? I don't like reactionary videos, but I felt strongly enough about this one, and Ford sent this information over, and I thought, you know what? Let's have this conversation because you guys deserve the truth. You do. As the media world is all over the place. There's all different sources and things, but I'm going to give you the truth, and I'm going to give you all the information I have as accurately as I can. Will I make mistakes? Yes. Will I do my best? Yes. But that is the truth. The world isn't ending. Ford isn't doomed. Ford's not going up under. They're selling everything they can build. Their biggest problem, like I said, is just getting production out there. They're going to restart the Ford Lightning because they had a weird issue with the battery. The supplier made the fix. They're going to send it back factory. This is growing pains. It's growing pains at EV sales, right? Ford is going to improve the Mustang production because they had lots of demand. So lots of growing pains going on with the EV side. The truck side is still doing great. The ICE side is still going great as far as the SUVs, ICE, gasoline versions of SUVs. Explorer's up 100% in sales. I mean, yeah, I'm just not shocked, but I'm just disappointed that at this day and age, when we have the internet, we have Google, we have ways to get sales data immediately at the point of our fingertips, that we can't figure out to stop the doom and gloom. Start saying, you know what? Americans are buying these, and a lot of our middle class Americans are buying these, and businesses are buying these. The economy is weird right now, but people are buying trucks. And yeah, I mean, anyways, for more, check out videos over here, website down below as well, pickuptrucktalk.com. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the golden road of happiness. And we have sunshine, and we have warm days. We're making ice cream. We're having a Coca-Cola. It's been fantastic.